WWE Raw hit Netflix Monday night on the heels of WrestlePalooza, during which we saw a new women's champion crowned. AJ Lee retains the win, Cody Rhodes retain his title, and yeah, we had all the fallout from that on tonight's Raw. So without further ado, let's get straight into things. And we started things off with Cody Rhodes, who kicked off to discuss the upcoming Crown Jewel Championship match against World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins on October 11th. Instead, the Vision interrupted and joined him in the ring. He admitted that he had the Crown Jewel circled on a calendar, and a match between him and the champ is bigger than just a champion v champion. I want the truth. What do you think of me? What do I think of you? You changed my life, Rhodes responded, you crediting his Shield for validating his career by helping to get the WWE title on his shoulder. The promo intensified from there, with Rollins taking exception to Rhodes considering himself the quarterback of WWE. Rollins called himself the Alpha, but Rhodes reminded him that he had a 3-0 record against him. The exclamation point concluded the promo as Rhodes left the ring untouched by the two Bronze. As we then moved on to a no DQ 6-man tag match between the War Raiders and Penta and the New Day and Grayson Waller. The action was hot, with Waller laying into Eric and with a kendo stick and Penta wiping the heels out ringside. Back from the break, Kofi drove a Mars Leech-Store through a table on the floor with a boom drop from the top rope. As the fight intensified, Penta returned the favour, drove in Kingston through a table, but his momentum was halted courtesy of Waller and his trusty kendo stick. Penta fought him off onto the top rope though, and delivered a Super Mexican Destroyer for the pinfall victory. Overall, gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Before we got Stephanie Vaquer giving a promo fresh off her fantastic victory at the weekend. La Primera credited the fans' support of her, as well as the unwavering hard work and desire for her win. She credited her dad for being the greatest role model and vowed, my fire will keep making history and nobody, and I say nobody, can stop me. The segment ended with the GM announcing Vaquer will meet the winner the championship match on Friday at Crown Jewel. Moving on then to Bayley versus Roxanne Perez in a highly competitive match between two former NXT champs. Got going back and forth, targeting Perez's left knee and controlling the action, exiting the commercial break. The Prodigy cut the role model off at every turn, including adding a pop rocks on the arena floor. When Raquel Rodriguez used the interference to be hit on behalf of her Judgment Day teammate, Lyra made the save, sending the heel into the ring post. Perez laid out Valkyria for they were waiting on the enraged side of Bayley, and that allowed her to deliver the Rose Plant for the big knee in the win. After the match, Valkyria excitedly congratulated Bayley, who appeared cold, and shoved the former women's IC champ to the match. Think you can hug me? Do you know who I am? Stay out of it. Bayley exited to a chorus of boos, her former heel persona taking over, and yeah, really enjoying the character kind of development of Bayley and intrigued to see where it goes. 6 out of 10. Offered up by Dominic Mysterio to save himself, JD McDonough found himself on the receiving end of a brutal beatdown early and often by Russo. The Redeemer pushed the Iron Lung, wearing him down until the tag champ muttered a desperation springboard moonsault ahead of the break. McDonough fighted back until Rusev, utilising his speed and aerial arsenal to navigate the strength and fury of the Bulgarian Brute. It was not enough, no, as the prospective top contender to be IC champ fought back, blasting McDonough with a match kick and applied the accolade. Mysterio, frozen in fear, did not help the Judgment Day teammate, and Moxley had no choice but to submit. When Rusev refused to relinquish the hold, Finn Balor made the save and criticised the IC champion for failing to look out for his friend. So yeah, an intriguing little storyline coming up for Rusev and the Judgment Day there. 6 out of 10. With tension thick enough to cut with a knife, Jey Uso and LA Knight took to the ring to settle their differences. Increasingly desperate to regain his championship ways, the frustrated Uso showed greater intensity, attacking Knight before the bell and beating him down in the corner. The former world champ dominated the action though throughout the break, but Knight created separation and didn't last long as main event Jey continued his onslaught. As the megastar finally fought his way back into the match and applied to be rolling, the Visions, Bronson and Braun appeared, providing a distraction that Uso capitalised on, delivering a spear and a splash for the win. And Jimmy joined Jey at the top of the ramp, imploring his brother to help fend off the Vision and aid Knight. He did not, leaving his elder twin to grab a chair as he sent the heel scuffling to the floor. Intriguing. 7 out of 10. Moving on then to Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Weeks of intensifying issues between Rhea Ripley and Asuka since the Io Sky came to an head-to-head. The Empress of Tomorrow answered everything Mummy threw at her, cutting off her momentum and maintaining control of the match. Ripley's size though proved problematic for the heel, as she was able to counter and escape Asuka's grasp, then delivered a senton off the apron and onto her opponent on the floor. Chants of "This is awesome" spilled from the stands as Ripley and Asuka exchanged blows late their bodies wrecked in pain following a suplex from the Eradicator. Late in the match, Asuka unloaded with a series of kicks in the face of her opponent and then added her trademark strikes, dropping Ripley to the floor. The heels ordered Kairi Sane to take a shot at Manny, but the Pirate Princess refused. The bickering between teammates allowed Ripley to get back into the match, but she quickly found herself caught in an ankle lock by her opponent. Ripley fought out, blocked an attempted cheat shot from Sane, watched the Kabuki Warriors crash into each other and rolled Asuka up for the win. After the match, the loser blinded Ripley with a blue mist and ordered Sane to attack. This time she did a 2-on-1 beatdown and ensued until Io Sky made the save. She tried to sense into Asuka, but after a fainted hug, a nasty spinning backfist occurred. Sane hesitantly attacked Sky and the heels left the former world champions lying to close the show. Brilliant ending. I think it's a much needed development in the storyline. I'm very excited to see what happens now. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Overall Raw this week, that's 7 out of 10 for me. I didn't have the spectacle, hype or star power of Wrestle Palooza, but dare to say it was a better and more consequential show. A brilliant promo up top. Jey Uso I think was a really intriguing storyline, and then of course the heel turn at the end I thought really put the cherry on top of the cake of what was actually a very good show. So yeah, gets 7 out of 10 from me. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.